Yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes I prefer to visit a boat when it's under construction than a ready boat. It might be the time of our lives that we are trying to build this boat and we're still thinking about the systems and we still have time to change things. But at the same time, it's really interesting to see the behind the scenes, the behind the walls, behind the cabinets, and understand all the systems and the reasons why you use this material and not that material, and the reason why you do this way and not that way. And this week, of course, is going to be one of those tours. And we are selfish. The reason why we're doing this tour is because we want to understand, we really like this boat, and we want to learn from the experience of someone that has been building boats for years. And of course, we want to take you along with us. One disclaimer, sorry for the loud noises, is because it was a working day on the boatyard, so that means that we cannot control the audio. There is noise all the time, but still, I think it's worth. Hope you enjoy. We're back to Macum in the Netherlands. Yeah. You met this guy before, I think 2 years ago, maybe the first time.
Oh yeah, the first time, yes.
Yeah, so that's our friend Ronald. You must seen him when we visit Distant Shores 4 for the first time. Yes. I think that was over 2 years ago.
It was over 2 years ago.
Like 2.5 years ago. And we are back in town because now we don't live that far. We only live 4 hours from here, and we decide to come and visit a really special boat. And I didn't tell you that, but Roberta wants to see this boat because the layout for the saloon is really close of the layout that we previously think for our boat. We might change now, we're not sure, but she wants to see in real life the layout that we drew so many times, and reminds a lot of the layout of the boat you're going to visit today.
It's a little bit bigger.
It's a bigger version of the design that we did, but
so they're always bigger.
So which boat is this one?
This is the Excel Halcyon 50.
Okay.
The 50 foot, the length overall is about 50 meter 40.
Now we're going to go inside because I'm curious. I'm just installing
it.
It's the best part.
This is an aluminium hull, but completely painted.
Okay.
This owner wants to have a nice yacht, looking very nice. So the whole boat is painted. You don't see any aluminium again.
Okay.
But it is an aluminium.
So you need to tell people that it's aluminum because people won't believe.
Beamy round boat. Possibilities to change layouts, to make different layouts. This boat, this owner have chosen a layout with the galley upstairs in the pilot house, and because there is a window, we can see later going down, you can take the pilot house to the cockpit. This feels as a one round. And also you see here the windows in the hull. If you lay in your bed, you can see through the windows in the hull. So if you have an anchor here, you can
everything I
have it sleeping with the view.
Can I close her ears? She cannot listen to this thing. The problem is that for me, a boat is always a matter of compromise.
Yeah, correct.
And size has a lot. Everything has a lot to do with size. As the more you shrink, the more compromise you have. And 43 to 50, it changes a lot. It's a big step.
Yeah, that's correct.
It's not just the feet itself on the length, but
it's
also
the volume.
The volume.
The volume is really different. But it is what it is. Some people can afford, some other people cannot afford. So you need to do what you need to do.
That's how it's life.
That's life. Yes.
You see the boat is a very big pilot house.
Yep.
We extend them, so we have the possibility to have a seat in the pilot house, the galley in the pilot house, navigation table. This boat, this pilot house is quite high because we have made it for the owner, and the owner wants to have it everywhere in standing height from 2 meters and 5.
What?
So the alarm show for you.
In his Dutch, he's like, we are like always really short here. We feel short.
I hope our son not. I hope our son stays like us.
Our son seems like Ollie. He's gonna be really big. He's gonna be like higher than me, like 3 years probably. So here you do have a platform or not?
Yeah. It comes a flat from here.
Oh, it comes all the way up. Okay.
The platform is high. You're standing fully into the boat. There's nothing open.
Okay.
And in the platform there's another platform again. Make the standing height behind the rudder higher so you can see the pilot.
So we will be standing up here.
Yeah.
So that's. I see. I mean, him that is high, not for me. It's not big for me. That's why we don't have this big of boat because not.
Yes. Just because of that.
I understand now.
Big lockers.
Big. really nice.
That's a really big window.
Ja, ja, het is going down.
That's not.
Ah, it goes down?
Ja, nee, dus het is jelly just behind.
Yeah. Oh, so the window goes down.
And then you have the jelly extended to the cockpit, so you drinks and anything you can give.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's not like a monocat.
Yeah. Yeah, and here we have the possibility for going into the engine room.
Through here. That's
Yeah, we have really an engine room.
I like the idea. You can
Me
reach
too.
from outside the engine room. That's really smart. And here's a watertight bulkhead, right?
Yeah.
Time to go inside and feel the space. I'm really curious to see the space of the pilot house because it's similar to the way you're building a boat that is a higher window, so that means you're constrained in between the windows. So it's tricky to design something that feels spacious, but I think it's really good because you feel outside. You always have a window to see outside, so that means you're inside, but you have the feeling of outside. I think it's really good.
Here we have a city.
The city.
Yeah, and here we have a cabinet. And the aft side of the cabinet is the entrance to the aft cabin.
Okay.
Yeah, and in the front we have a chart table,
Okay.
navigation here. So we have a radar and plotter or anything like it.
Yeah.
So you can watch from inside during the sail. So you can don't have to be outside in the rain or when it's very cold. Manage everything from the inside.
Yeah, I mean, Roberta, even in a sunny day, she would not even see the outside. She loves an inside seat that she can see everything. She would never
I
be
like to
outside.
sail, but not the wind.
No. No.
So, just a curiosity, this is glued to the structure or is
It's correct, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
glued to the structure?
Yeah.
And what kind of glue do you use for that?
That's just flex.
Oh, Sikaflex. Ooh, that's a proper engine room.
Proper engine room.
Yeah, that's a proper engine room.
Yeah.
And this is the hatch from the outside. Where are the diesel tanks and water tank?
Under the floor you have the diesel tank, about 1,000 liters, and about in the front water tanks about 600 liters.
And both of them are integrated to the hull, both of them, the water and the diesel. And you sandblasted probably before, or you sandblasted before paint, or no?
Yeah.
Another question. So before applying polyurethane, tank, did you paint, or the polyurethane's already?
The polyurethane is just an aluminium, the bare aluminium. Only everything in the grills is painted.
Okay.
So the whole grills is painted all white. First of all, it's easy to clean. All our floor parts are possible to take out, so you can inspect the grills and come through the grills. And what keeps nice, you have no smell, all the medium is where they open the wheels. No problem with that. And also when something falls in the wheels,
You protect the aluminum. And also a little bit of thermal protection. A little bit. Yeah.
So, and before you spray foam, you did sandblast. That's what you bear the
no sandblast.
No sandblast here.
No.
Just directly to the rubber.
Yeah.
So many things like Robert, that's for ourselves. That's not even for the video.
Because we are doing by ourselves.
We are
so
like
we need
always,
to-
we are always trying to understand as best as possible because we want to try to avoid mistakes.
So our bedroom is also like this, under the table.
Now you can know exactly the dimension.
Yeah.
So there is no bulkhead here? Wow, it's open.
Oh,
there is. Oh, there. Yes.
Goes like that. You see the lines on the floor.
So that is 2 and 1. No, we're discussing the bulkhead size and how far we are.
I think you're 43 years.
Yes.
We came about 40-45 centimeters.
Okay.
Thank you.
44, 25 centimeters. You can stand. You can do.
Yeah, you can move, and also the arm can come.
Yeah.
And then takes the boat.
Yeah.
So
Space.
could you ask again how long he has been building boats?
The problem is that we were talking off camera, and Roberto's like, no, you need to ask that when you're filming. But I'm honestly curious, how long have you been building boats for?
Building boats for 33 years now.
Yeah, so that's a lot of
I started
experience.
in 1992, and first we did only yacht installations, and from 1999 we started building complete boats.
That's why all the care of details. I like that is with these already maybe 2-3 boats that you build, and the And the first one was a red boat. What's the name? Door cabin. Yes. And the attention to details of the finishings that I really like, and we really like Paul and Cheryl's boat also.
And his boat also.
Yeah, I think the details, it shows how much you care about doing properly, and that means a lot.
When we try to build a boat, because we have also a very big size of yacht service, and of course we see a lot of things happening, make it difficult for us to maintain the boat. So everything we try to make it easy for the owner to keep the boat clean and anything, so everything is grounded and anything like that, but also to access to the techniques must be easy. We always say from everything you can see, you will maintenance.
Yes.
If you don't see it, you will maintenance when it is built.
Yeah, we're going to pretend it doesn't exist until you have a surprise.
But you don't see, you don't feel.
So here is a,
the owner has chosen for really a shower. This is only a shower. So you come in there, you have
a big one.
A wash basin and things.
It's only a shower. That's
And washing machine.
And this is for you can shower. Here will be a glass door. So you can come from there. This is the dry area. You can have your clothes or anything like that. And here you can shower.
That's a really big shower head.
And then we have two this is a big boat.
Yeah.
And then we have there the toilet area, and in the front we have a toilet area.
Oh, here's the toilet. So
Yeah, great.
Like the access for the valves is really easy.
Yeah.
Right behind.
This
is the holding tank or
boiler?
Oh, that's
This
the
is a small tank, and underneath the tank there will be a wastewater cleaner.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have the possibility to
throw away.
So here, another.
So the dimension of the staircase is going to be the same as this, or how bigger? That we've been discussing a lot of. It's really we're trying to design the interior, but even though we're engineers both, it's really hard to design an interior of a boat for the first time. Even though we lived on a boat before, it's really tricky to get the right dimensions of, is this too short, these stairs? Is this enough to be comfortable? And that's the discussion
And we have the idea of houses
we need here for the length of this. Because this changes a lot the layout. It makes a lot of possibilities. If we shorten it a little bit, it helps a lot there. But there's a compromise. But then it's hard to step on.
Here we'll see it will be almost between the bulkheads on the so there's no space on the interior.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, the bulkhead go there. And also you have support on both sides to go down. And here's the thing. Another one. There's one there and one here.
It will we have more lounge spot and upstairs for eat and anything.
It's funny because on a boat, usually the galley is down and you eat down and there's the lounge. It's the opposite.
Yeah, I like the idea of the galley up. On our boat, there is a problem that we have a pipe on each side, like this big for the lines to go to the cockpit, and that limits the space for the backrest. And that takes too much space, and if you put both the galley and the seat on the top, that is the original design, I think it's going to shrink too much. So we are thinking now, we are not sure, we are thinking on having the galley a little bit lower so we can have the volume under. So we have half of the pilot house high for the CT, but I stare down to go so the galley can go under the pipes. Otherwise we're going to be too shrink because it's not a 50-foot tank. 5 meters beam, that's what you can have.
This is from the part where the hydraulic cylinder is in.
Okay.
I like the door.
This is all can be open. Yeah.
Also, it's a lifting.
Yeah, lifting keel. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you have a little.
We have a draft from 150 to 320.
That's a lot.
He will hydraulic cylinder in.
Yeah. And so the cylinder never goes under the water. Then it's always up.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay. So it lasts for longer.
Yeah. Here you see the owner's cabin.
Yeah.
vent, and if you are in the back, you can see through the windows.
Oh, here's the window.
I love the vertical ones.
And here you have the possibility of having a desk and a lot of storage materials.
Big, obviously.
In our case, a lot of clothes on the top when you go fast.
Yeah. And in the front there is another toilet for the owner. No shower, only toilet. There's
Yes,
one
makes
big
sense
shower.
to have just one.
Yeah.
That's a big room.
That is very big. Yeah. You can make 2 cabins here.
Yeah. This wood is...
This is a net room.
Which one?
Nut.
Nut? No.
Nut.
Oh, nut. So it's okay.
Yeah.
Looks really pretty.
This is already varnished here. So this will be the color as well.
That will be the
That's
color.
pretty.
That's the final color.
Yeah, so it's quite light.
Yes,
Right.
I like it.
Yeah, by heating from the heater.
Can you explain for me? She
I was
wants
not
to do the
sure.
thing.
I'm
We didn't talk, but
curious.
she's an environmental engineer.
All right.
So she really likes the subject. That's a lot of
And I have
dream
a friend
thing.
that loves this.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the waste treatment on the other hand, because in Europe for the C certification you need to treat the waste in order to throw before it goes away.
Yeah.
And Roberta, as an environmental engineer, she's so excited when she started hearing. She's like, I'm not recording. I need to record. So now it's a full
Sorry.
explanation.
Yeah, but what we do is, or what they do, that is the part we buy. The material will be heated, so all the bacteria died. Yeah, and in the system of, I think from, I'm not sure how much, they can do about 50 liters an hour, not much, but goes on of course. And then all the bacteria are dead, and then you can throw it overboard. And the system will be heated by the normal central heating system on board, or a heat plug, electric. So
And how big is the system?
oh, small, like a beer case.
And how is what's the name again?
Flush.
Yeah, we can get the name there.
No, for
No,
them.
because Roberta now is really curious.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
went to the boat. I can tell that we need to find space for something
We
else.
have
now.
a friend that was working with us on our boat, and he wanted to create a system because he wants to treat because in Brazil it's not normal to treat the waste before throwing.
In
And
Brazil it's
he
really-
was
yeah.
about to create something, and he was like, "Let's do this together." You was an environmental engineer, and we can create something.
Yeah, it's funny because in Brazil, I think most of the boats that you have, even a holding tank, is the ones that you buy in Europe or in the States. Brazilian boats, most of them don't even have holding tanks.
No.
It's just culture-wise, it's not something that's normal to use, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right.
No, okay.
I'm not saying it's right. It's just the way what it is.
Yeah, but
There's no
here
law.
in Europe within the sea rules,
Yes.
and sea rules make it possible to export a boat overall
Yes.
the world. Says that is one of the things you have to have on board.
Okay.
So this is wired to go to.
This is for the ventilation, so it's suck off.
Oh, the
This
vent.
is from the shower
Oh, and you approach the anchor locker.
to the angle locker. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yes,
And there's another one to this
this.
side as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from
This
there,
is, yeah. On the other side is for the toilets. This one is for the
Ah.
shower. Yeah.
And the diesel tank they ventilate too because we are
To the keel box.
because we are thinking about this week.
We did it on all about when you make the ventilation of the fuel tank high in your keel box.
Yeah.
There's never
No.
a possibility that the
It's possible to have to smell or anything.
Yeah.
Because on our former boat, the ventilation for the diesel tank was on the anchor locker.
Originally,
Original.
Yeah.
but what happened is that the drain for the anchor locker is so small that the former owner of the boat said he got clogged the drain and fill up with water, salt water. Where did the salt water go? To the diesel tank. So it was a big problem. So he took out and he put on the toilet or something, but it smells like diesel. So we created our friend that she was saying that wanted to create our water treatment system. He's an engineer and he's really like to create things. So he gave us an idea that I think is really smart. So on the side of the boat, on the galley, we had one exit for the diesel tank. That's
For the heater.
The former owner put the vent of the diesel tank on the side. But that means sometimes you can get humid air from outside to the tank and can have more condensation because of that. So we put two vents. The vent comes and divides in two. One for inlet and one for outlet.
All right.
and we put a one-way valve on each side. So that means the outside one is only the outlet of the air from the tank, but there is a valve that doesn't let air come in, and the other one stays inside the boat for letting our air come in the tank from the inside of the boat that's less humid than the outside air. Always working. No smell, even with the other inlet inside the boat on the galley. No smell at all.
Yeah, it was great.
Just like a simple, like maybe $1 valve inside, and working really well.
Hey, we have here through the key locker, we have the possibility. We have the air vents from the key locker itself, of course, but also from we have big battery cases for lithium batteries, and we have to make the batteries in aluminum boxes we can close, and also they have an air outlet to deck. So if there is something going wrong, the gas go to the deck.
So the deck is fully isolated to the deck, pretty much. So it's a seal case with a vent to the deck. That's a good idea. You can steal this one. I'm sorry, but we come to steal ideas, of course. If the idea is good, it cannot be for one person. And the keel is ballast keel or just centerboard?
A little bit ballast.
Not full ballast.
Not full ballast. No.
And how heavy is it?
About 200 kilos.
Oh, 200. So it's almost a centerboard.
Yeah, almost.
From a press of a button. Because our old boat was centerboard, but mechanically with a winch on the mast. And the old owner said, no, it's really light. I don't know how strong he is, but that was not light at all. Any strong friend that comes to the boat, I'm like, you think you're strong, so you were going to lift the centerboard. You're like, oh, it's easy. 3 turns later, like, actually it's heavy.
And you need 100.
No, it's like, I think it was 130 turns on the winch. And from 50 up was like, you went up like tired.
Just the one button.
Hydraulic.
And you can read out the draft from that moment. So we have a measurement on the keel. So you can see what is the draft on that moment. So we have also electric engine on the main engine. It's 48 volts. And we need very thick cables to make it.
So how big is the engine? The main one?
The main one is 110 horsepower.
110?
And the electric engine is only 15 kW.
15, so it's more for maneuvering probably.
Yeah, more maneuvering, go in silence from...
and more sailing probably, if you have low winds.
We have, the idea we get an autoprop under the boat, and an autoprop makes this...
adjustment of pitch.
Adjust of the pitch by speed, and pressure. So if you are sailing only 3 knots, and you leave the electric engine very slow turning, it gives already propulsion. So it helps really with motor sailing with very low use of your battery. And that's because with other props you have to make a higher speed to do it. But with the autoprop, because of the automatic pitch, you can do maybe 1/10 of the energy you need, and then you can add 1.5 to 2 knots on your boat speed.
And also, I'm not a professional at electrics, but it seems like it's really exponential the amount of energy you use with the rotation. If you're really low, you spend almost nothing. If you go a little bit faster, you double the speed, but you quadruple the consumption.
And also is we found out that the distance shores are working very well, but we can regenerate power by
spinning
the prop.
So this one is also a combi system, or which combi system?
No, it's not a combi system. This is from Integral.
Integral. Okay. We know them really well. We are really good friends with them. Really nice system, by the way. So, are you using the new the parallel system, the new one?
Between the engine and the gearbox.
We are curious.
We are really curious. We are potentially going to use that also. We really like their system. We're not sure yet because of the space and because of the weight. We'll see. It's still a possibility. But we are really good friends with one of their engineers. And I think it's a really cool system, and it takes so little space. That's the amazing part.
And it is very clean. There is not much.
No moving parts.
No.
It's just.
Seems like a really nice system.
It's like, I don't know, 10-15 centimeters more length on the engine room, and that's it. You can have a system.
The only thing is we know on the distant shores with the belt, we know the regeneration is very good. We're not sure about distance because you have also your gear.
Yeah, the gear, yeah.
So we wait and see.
And also I do like the system from distant shores that in case of failure or emergency you can always cut the belt.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I like.
Yeah.
That's impressive. That's a huge boat. The volume of the boat is just unbelievable. It's a 50-foot boat, but it's a 50-foot really volume with a lot of space inside. Yeah. And I'm curious to see the deck. Can we walk on the deck?
Yeah. This thing is going a little bit. Things are open. Take care of it. It's not very.
Yep.
It's only line. Tensions are now very high, but the wheel aren't too high. Okay. So you have really the feeling you're standing inside the bottom.
Yep.
As we're going to use is ports on the top windows, but they are plastic, ceramic, double glazed.
Which brand?
I'm gonna take a picture right now.
Now you look before bulkhead. This place is all storage.
That's a
The
big
beauty of having a big boat.
Yeah, that's a lot of space. It's funny that every time we visit a new boat, I feel like going back home and start building our own boat. We'll get there. I promise. We will have a boat in the future.
Start.
We will start. It's just a matter of time.
We will start soon.
We're just solving some little problems, and we're gonna get there really soon. We'll get there. Beautiful view of the boat. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. It's always a pleasure to come visit because we always have good surprises. It's funny, you come here and you don't really
do our best.
No, it's amazing. Seeing in person beautiful boats being built, it inspires us to keep building our boat.
That's the third one you now see. Huh?
The thing is, in order to take such a long project like we are doing, it needs inspiration, otherwise you give up in the middle. You need to keep seeing better boats to be like, I want to keep going.
Get the ideas.
Yep, but now it's time to go. We need to move because you see you're hitting things already. No, it's time to go. Thanks so much, and I mean we're gonna see you soon. It's always we say goodbye and eventually we show up in Macum. Somehow we always find our way back to Macum.
Yeah, you have to be here, I think.
No, you need to say bye. You need to say bye.
Hi, bye.
See you guys later.